Welcome to Outta the Can. My name's Phil O'Brien and I'm a filmmaker from the Northern Territory, although I've been a bit nomadic, wandering around the place, but mostly based in the Northern Territory, and going to show you a bit of me stuff. And you're probably thinking, well, hey, this bloke doesn't look very artistic. Where'd they drag him in from? Well, the thing is, for a long time, for a big part of my life, I wasn't artistic. I'll just tell you, a bit about me history before we explode into some films. But yeah, I was pushing 40. I'd had about 200 jobs, none of which got me anywhere, and I just felt like, I just wanted to sort of just go through a renaissance and just dedicate the rest of my life to sort of art, sort of try and make something of my life. So what I did, I started writing about my life and different adventures and misadventures, and I come up with a book, and it was just jam-packed with stuff, from my life, and it was called 101 Adventures that got me absolutely nowhere, because most of the time things I'd done had got me nowhere. So I just wrote about it, and so I did what you're meant to do. I sent the manuscript to this literary agent, because that's what you're meant to do apparently. And anyway, about 5 weeks later, she writes to me and she reckons, oh Phil, sorry mate, no one's going to publish this stuff. So that was my first knockback, and I wasn't too worried about getting the knockback. That didn't worry me, but I had to wait 5 weeks to get the knockback, and that's the bit that really gave me the shits. And so I fired up. I thought, right, so I self-published the book. Got a mate to do the laid it out for the printer and did the cover and etc. Put a bit of sweat in, did it myself, self-published, sold thousands. It was a bestseller. And but the funny thing is, you have a bestseller, and I'm proud of it, but by the time everyone takes their cut, the bookshops, the distributor, the printer, everyone takes their cut, I had about enough left to buy ham and pineapple pizza and a can of Coke. So, but anyway, writing, it put me on the map. People knew, hey, this bloke, he's artistic now. He's gone through a renaissance. So people were ringing me up, like if they needed someone to do an ad, someone that looked like a heavy drinker, they were ringing me up. So I was doing ads, and that was great. And I was learning a little bit about film, stuff like that, doing a bit of acting, and so then I sort of, my big break come when Simon Manzies, producer from Darwin, really talented bloke actually, rings me up. He had a job to film the V8s, do all the entertainment at the V8s with his camera crew, and he said, look, Phil, me host hasn't turned up, can you fill in? And I said, Simon, I don't know anything about motorsports. I've never been to a race. I don't know anything about motorsports. And he said, nah, don't worry, you just got to have energy, So there I am, I'm working in motorsports. The V8's in Darwin, and also the other big event in the territory is the Fink Desert Race down near Alice Springs. So this first film I want to show you, it's a little bit about me not knowing anything about motorsports, combined with my experience in the bush and my unique style of outback survival. Well, you're probably wondering, what is that bloke doing walking around out there? Well, to cut a long story short, I caught the bus down from Darwin, the Greyhound bus, come down to see my favourite off-road event in the world, the Fink. What I did, I got the bus driver to drop me at Aileron Roadhouse. I wanted to walk the last 120 kilometres. I wanted to feel the pain that the drivers go through in this red centre conditions. I wanted to get into the zone. I wanted to do it tough. But like these fantastic drivers and competitors in the red centre, to survive, you've got to be one step ahead of the conditions around you. Now things can get very serious here in the red centre. Like the drivers, they've got to be thinking all the time. They've got to roll with the punches. They've got to be innovators. Now, here I am. I'm walking to Alice Springs from Aileron, 120k. I've run out of water already. I've got no water. What are we going to do? First thing, you don't panic. You just think, right, I've got a built-in keg right here. What I've got to do, I've got to pull the tap out, I've got to siphon off about 1 litre, and that's going to get me through my journey down to Alice Springs. Innovation, thinking all the time, one step ahead of the conditions. Yeah, she's an acquired taste, that's for sure. Don't actually try this at home, kids. Unless you got a shot of vodka to put in there, then she'd probably come up all right. But the thing is, what I'm getting at, you got to stay one step ahead of the conditions. Red centre. Just like the drivers in the great race, we've got to stay one step ahead of the conditions on our journey to Alice Springs. Feeling the pain, feeling the tension, the toughness. We're getting in the zone. We're going through what the drivers have got to go through. Now, I'm going to need some protein. I'm going to need some energy to get me down there. She's a long walk. Follow me. Let's see what we can dig up. Try and keep up. Come on, we've got to find some protein. Over here, over here, over here. Snake, take it easy, take it easy. We've got to stalk it, got to stalk it. Watch out. Well, that wasn't too hard. So, we've got our liquid, we've got our fluid, now we've got a bit of protein to chew on our journey to Alice Springs. One step ahead of the conditions, just like the drivers in the Great Finke Desert Race. I've got to get into the zone for this race. Now, one thing you've got to remember when you're in the red centre, the sun, it beats down on your head and it can be very dangerous. It can just suck the life right out of you, suck the energy out of you. Got to be one step ahead. Now, there's an old trick here in the bush, and a lot of old bushmen know it. When you're out bush, you've got no protection for your head. It's very important. One old trick is you take off your boxer shorts, put them on your head, and that stops the sun's rays sucking that life out of you, sucking that energy out of you. But today, I'm not wearing any boxer shorts, but don't worry. You've got to be a good observer in the bush. So what we'll do, we'll go for a bit of a walk, we'll have a look around, see if we might find a pair of boxer shorts or some undies hanging off a bush, or there's just bound to be some around here somewhere. Follow me. We've got to get this sun rays off me head. This is unbelievable. I've got the scent already. I'm picking up the scent already. Yeah. Not far now, somewhere in this area. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Hold it, hold it. They could be booby trapped. Stand back with that camera. Yeah, just as I expected. Booby trap. Have a look at that. Unbelievable. But the thing is, you can still use them. Beautiful stuff. Protecting our head from those vicious sun rays on our journey to Alice Springs. The sun can suck that energy, can suck the life right out of you, but now I've got this hat, nothing is going to stop me on my journey to the Alice to see the greatest race in the world, the greatest off-road, think desert race. Okay, let's keep moving. I've got me protein, I've got me sun protection, I've got plenty of liquid, we know that. Now she's a long way, there's one thing we need, one more thing. A little bit of entertainment because she's a long trip, it's going to get a bit boring. So let's look around. I want to find a good bit of wood and I want to make a bush guitar. What we call in the bush a bush guitar. Follow me, let's go. Well, I've got one good bit. This is going to make the neck of our bush guitar. It's going to be perfect with a little bit of work. Now we just need another chunk for the body. Follow me. Let's have a look around. Hey, here's a bit here. Perfect. Now we'll get the old pocket knife out, we'll carve this baby up and we'll have one bush guitar to strum while we're doing our journey down to Alice Springs and the greatest off-road event the world has ever seen, Tattersalls Think Desert Race. Let's go. This might take a while, but it's going to be great. Beautiful. Yep. Well, it took a while, but you come up pretty good. You got to admit, a bit rough around the edges, but it's going to have to do for this journey to Alice Springs. Let's see how she sounds. Whoa, it works all right. I feel a song coming on. Well, I'm stumbling through the desert with some undies on my head, drinking my own urine to stop from being dead, getting on down to the race to see my heroes roar right into folklore. Well, the corrugation's deep, but that don't stop no one. Broken bones and injuries just add to the fun as the heroes ride on, right through the gates of hell into folklore. Think desert folklore. Think desert folklore. Think desert folklore. So my other job at the V8s was going around interviewing people. So, you know, I didn't know anything about car racing, so I'm just like faking it, and there was a fairly good sprinkling of bullshit flying around. And anyway, one clip I want to show you is this interview I'll never forget. It was with this bloke, Roy Kumar, and he used to have a stall there at the V8s, Kumar's Country Fried Chicken, which was pretty good actually. And so I'm interviewing Roy and I'm bullshitting, and the thing is, Roy is agreeing with everything I said. And so the bullshit escalates. So Roy keeps agreeing, and the bullshit just keeps escalating. And Roy's agreeing, and bullshit just went to another level. And before we know it, the bullshit's just piled up all over the place. Now, Roy, I know you're a very humble man, so I'm going to tell the Roy Kumar story, right? I know you're too humble, but what was it, about 35 years ago, or 40 years ago? Yep. 35 years ago, back in India, yep. Roy was just an adventurous teenager, weren't you? Yep. Now, one day, this is where fate, the hand of fate, come into Roy Kumar's life. He went into a second-hand shop in Bombay, yep. just looking for a present for his girlfriend.
Yes.
And that's when he found the map.
Yep.
You found the map?
Yes, I found the map.
Roy found a map, and now it was a treasure map. No, he found a treasure map.
Yep.
Now, X. So Roy, he got his gear together, he got his swag, he got his knapsack. He trekked up through the Himalayas. Yep. It must have been hard going, Roy.
Oh, very hard. Yes, I did some struggle, but I made it.
He made it to the cave. On the map it said you had to find this cave, and it was right up the top of the Himalayas. Now when he got there, he thought he was going to find treasure. It took him about 6 months. He got there, but there was no treasure. But on the side of that cave was the recipe for Kumar's country fried chicken, Roy.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's when your life changed.
Yes, my life totally changed.
And they checked it out, and apparently, like, it was written there 18,000 years ago, so obviously it has been a good recipe for a long time, Roy.
Yes, from a long time, and it's going well. It's going good.
So from those early days, here you are at the V8s. What a journey.
Yep. Yes, I really enjoy this. Yes.
And is it true now, Roy, that you've got it down to such a fine art? The quality of your birds is exceptional, and you fly every bird out from India on Qantas with the seatbelt on, and they watch the video. They're relaxed when they get here. Top quality birds. Well, it was great fun working at the V8s. It was pretty wild. Had a few good seasons there, and learnt a bit. And one day I was interviewing a really famous big gun race driver, and I got a bit personal. I said, in the morning when you wake up, do you roll over and tap your missus on the shoulder and tell her that you're in pole position? Well, anyway, it was probably time to do something else anyway. So here's something a bit more recent, a little film I made called Stella, and there's some great performances, some riveting performances in this short film, and it's one of my more recent efforts.
Bonjour, je suis Stella. Je suis riche, je suis célèbre. Tout le monde m'adore, tout le monde me veut. C'est comme ça que je vois la vie. Je suis Stella, la belle Stella.
Hey, that's Stella. Whoa. I love you, Stella.
Stella? Wow, Stella! Wow! Stella! 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 Oh my god.
Yes, darling, I told you I'm very expensive. Of course, I will request a one with a lot of zeros. Okay, darling. Okay. Paris, Rome, catwalk, TV. Okay. But you know, that's gonna be so expensive. Hi, boss. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can be there in 5 minutes. Oh no, is it that bad again? Okay, boss. See you soon.
How's it going, Stella? You winning?
Boss, this is a bad one.
Yeah, it is pretty wild, isn't it?
Hey, boss. You know I had that dream again last night.
Really? That one where you're rich and famous and you make all that money?
I was making a lot of money with a lot of zeros.
Hey, just hook that last turd out, Stella, and we'll have a cuppa. I'm buggered.
Yeah, okay, boss.
Bloody hell, Stella. That dream is wacky. Rich and famous. Yeah, mate. Paris? Rome? Yeah. Catwalk? TV? Not a problem. But you know me fee, mate. It's a one with a lot of zeros. And a carton. Yeah, cold one. Yeah. What is zeros, man? What is zeros? hopefully you're still watching after that one. Anyway, back in 2013, I decided I wanted to have a go at making a feature film. And I knew it was going to be tough. But, you know, when you're sort of creative sort of person, you know, you wake up in the morning and you're sort of driven to do these sort of things, even though you know it's going to be tough. But so anyway, I wrote a bit of a story. It was a road trip, sort of a comedy, fun, drama type thing. And so it was time to get the team together. So, you know, it had to be a crack team for this first film, I was thinking. So I got in touch with my mate Al, my good mate Al, who'd never acted in his life. And I'd met Al back in 1980, ages ago. It was divine intervention, really. I left Darwin in an old Datsun shitbox and drove all the way to Broome and, you know, just chasing freedom. And I arrived there, you know, busted ass. And Al had left Perth and driven to Broome, chasing a bit of freedom. And he was there busted ass as well. But the thing is, I had an esky with some ice in it, and Al had a hot six-pack. And so there we met at Cable Beach car park. He had the hot six-pack, I had the ice, and we joined forces, and we've been mates ever since. Divine intervention. So Al's locked in. Then the other main person was a French backpacker called Elisa. You know, charming girl, you know, hadn't done any acting, but stiff. And we had a little bit of expertise in there. An old friend of mine, Robin Moraes. Now, she went to uni and she had a camera. So she was handy, and she was great. She gave us great direction and she led the way. And we made this movie. Of course, you know, we had bugger all budget. We were living on a, you know, steak burger with the lot. One steak burger with the lot per day. That was our budget. And the roadhouses were chucking in a bit of fuel. And we made this movie on tour and looking for a feed. And somehow I think we got a bit of magic in there. I don't know how. We didn't really know what we're doing, but it was turned out okay. And I just want to show you the first bit of this film, so you get an idea what it was like, what the style was like. And we really were flying by the seat of our pants. But that's what filmmaking's about. You just got to make it happen. Can you play that thing? Or what?
Well, what do you think? Do you think it's just a fashion accessory?
Whoa, easy, Tiger. Hey, I don't know what you think, but me and me mate, we're heading north. We're going to be playing a few songs at a few pubs and having a bit of fun and just tasting a bit of freedom. What do you reckon? Do you want to join us? There's a spot here for you. Beat sitting out here. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you can see it from here. What do you reckon?
Are we gonna make any money?
Yeah, we'll make heaps. Oh yeah, plenty of money out there. We'll make a bit, yeah. Probably do all right. Make a bit. Heaps. believe it or not, on tour and looking for a feed, made it into Cinefest Oz, the big film festival south of Perth. So we went to that and showed it, had a big event, and me and Al were living on canapes in Champagne for about a week down there, just looking at films and swanning around. It was great. Anyway, that was exciting, and we showed it in the Territory at a few picture cinemas and festivals, and I really enjoyed it. And so anyway, come about 2014, I think it was 14, well, it was time to make another one. Now I was going to make a sequel, but a standalone movie, but also like the continuing story from on tour, and the sequel was called Crazy Days at the Old Brumby Moon, and we filmed that at a little place called Mount Bundy. It's like an old cattle station, but it's turned into a place where people can camp and all that now. And I was sort of living around that spot, and pretty good, lot of character. So I rounded up, you know, some of me friends and like characters, no real actors, and it was just unbelievable. But David Gulpilil, probably one of the greatest actors Australia's ever had, rings up and reckons, Phil, like I knew him from around, because the Territory's a small place, you're sort of running into everyone all over the place. I sort of knew him, good bloke, and Phil, I heard you're making a movie. I said, oh yeah, we're sort of, I don't, no budget much, we're just gonna pump one out. He said, look, man, I'll be there tomorrow. I said, oh, great. He said, I'll be there at 11. And the next day, he come down from Darwin, and there's David Gulpilil, the greatest actor in the world, is going to be in our film. And he just jumped out the car, just bounced around, and he was so happy to be just doing something community orientated, not big time, not a lot of, people stuck up and, wanking on and in the big industry, he was just with the community, and he was a great bloke. And anyway, I told him the story of the film. I said, this is the story, and he's into it. And then I said, look, David, I'll get the script and we'll do a scene. We'll do the scene. He said, don't worry, brother, we are the script. So he didn't even need the script. We were the script. That's how he was so good, he didn't even need a script. So there we go. We made the sequel, and a special guest, David Gulpilil. So I just want to show you a clip of David Gulpilil in the movie, and what a champ. Hello, Mick. Hey. Hello, hey, Phil. Good to see you.
Good to see you, mate.
Oh, you're looking well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where you been?
Oh. I've been all over the joint, Mick.
You've been doing a lot of things everywhere in the countryside.
I wouldn't even know where to start to tell you about what I've been up to.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Yeah?
Hey, I need your help.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you heard about that girl band that's up in the bush here, sir?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Yeah.
I got an idea, right? If I can find them, if I can get them back here to Corella Springs, get them to do a concert, the money we make can help Ben's kids out there on the property.
Yeah.
Help save the day for them. But I just don't know where they are. I don't even know where to start looking. That's where I need your help.
Okay. Just give me a time.
Okay.
Just give me a time, and I will find them. I will sing along this crusty land.
Yeah.
And where they are.
Okay.
I'll leave it to me. Okay?
You're my only hope, Mick.
Yeah.
Fair dinkum.
Yeah. And I will find them with this one song.
Okay.
I will sing. Munirike Yomondor, 1 billion magic. 1 billion magic. See? Yeah. You leave it to me.
Okay.
I will sing and find the people. Send the spirit. Magic on them. Just leave it to me. I will get him. I'll find him.
So I finished that film, Crazy Days at the Old Brumby Moon, and it was a real highlight, you know, getting to hang out with David Galpilil and act with him a bit and stuff. But it was a tough movie to pull together, you know, just using community people and no real actors, you know. People were rocking up half cut, stoned sometimes. But, you know, the thing, when you're not using actors and you're just using community people who aren't acting, you can get really good performances. They're just being themselves. You know, like, you can get an actor and he's trying to act and it's a bit woody, it's a bit stiff because he's trying to remember the words and he's trying to be that character. So, but you just get someone, a character from the community that you know, and just tell it they're just being themselves, you can get some really good performances. But on the other hand, it's hard keeping it all together, you know. It's like herding cats. It's like I said to someone, it's like making that movie was like climbing Mount Everest in a pair of thongs. Every step, you know, just got harder and harder. Anyway, so I was totally, you know, immersed in filmmaking by then. So then I went on to make a third film. And this is a really special one because I was living in northeast Arnhem Land at the time, in a town called Nhulunbuy, and a beautiful place, just a small town, a long way from anywhere, surrounded by Aboriginal homelands, just beautiful people, beautiful place, full of characters and talent, just raw talent, and sort of a bit disconnected from the rest of the world, really. And so I wrote a story, and that one was called The Boat with No Name. And I thought, well, I've made a couple of movies doing it rough and ready, but I thought, well, I'll try and maybe, you know, try and get a grant, try and get a budget, try and do things, you know, a bit more professional. So I wrote the script and all that stuff and went for a grant and got knocked back as usual. So I got the shits, you know, and I thought, well, COVID had just started, and so we couldn't get, there was no camera people around, so I went to Cash Converters in Palmerston and brought a little camera for $100, and I said, well, I'll be the cameraman as well, you know, just going to make this happen. So rounded everyone up in Nhulunbuy, and we made this film, The Boat with No Name, and it was one of the, you know, really, it was quite emotional making that one. And I just want to show you a couple of clips from that movie. One is with young Bella Baxter, and she asked me a couple of tough questions. And then another one with Timmy Barrawonga, just to show you the beauty of that place and the character and the culture of the people. And he's talking to the spirits. And I just want to show you those two clips and give you an idea what that movie was about.
Slate, why some people black and some people white?
Wow, you're thinking a lot about things today, aren't you, Captain? Whew, why is there black people and white people? Wow, that's a big one. Well, okay. When God made the earth, right, he made a few people, and you know, it was pretty boring. He just had a few people there and it was pretty boring. They weren't doing much, you know, they're just sort of like sitting around, and you know, one day he's rolling the smoke and he's thinking, this is too boring. I'm gonna make some more people. So he made heaps more people. You know, he made yellow ones, red ones, all sorts of people. And they had all sorts of different customs and foods, and all of a sudden the earth was a really exciting place to be because there's a lot of different people. Black, white, red, blue, all sorts of people. Yeah.
Did God really smoke rollies?
Hey! Koi! Pikang ngarako! Jaka ngarako! Ngarako kade kumityo! Tolawangang ora! Jaka! Birin-birol! Jaka! Koi!
Well, you're probably wondering, you know, how was he the cameraman and in the movie? Well, it's easy, you know, like when you've got to do a scene, you just hand the camera to someone and say, you know, press the red button. But it was only a cheap camera, $100, but the thing with that camera, it did have a little socket for an extension microphone, so you could put a little shotgun microphone on top of it, and so we got reasonable sound. So that we were lucky with that little cheap camera, and so it was a great project, brought the community together, and really enjoyed making that movie. And although it wasn't easy, most people in Nhulunbuy lose their phone at least once a week, and then they go to the post office and get another cheap phone, and it's got a different phone number. So it was hard logistically, and it is the land time forgot. I mean, everyone's pretty laid back, so you know, you could be running around trying to organise stuff and be here at this time, we're going to do this, but things just happen when they happen, and you just got to go with it. I just want to show a little short film from a mate of mine. He's only a young bloke, but Nathaniel Kelly from Darwin, and ever since he was like a kid at school, he's been making videos, and he never goes anywhere without a camera, and he just dedicated to video and film. He's made a couple of great films, We're Family Now and Frackety Frack. If you ever get a chance, look up some of his stuff. Nat Kelly or Nathaniel Kelly, real talent. He's in his mid-20s now. I think he's working at the ABC now, but anyway, he rang up a few years back and he said, Phil, I've got a good idea for a short film. And I said, oh yeah. And he said, look, do you want to be in it? I said, oh yeah, sure. And he said, can you speak French? I said, yeah.
Sorry, monsieur. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey.
That must have been the chloroform. What? My bad. Okay. Do you know why I have brought you here today, gentlemen?
No, I don't.
You really don't know who I am?
No, I'm afraid not. Sorry.
Well, if you don't know who I am, then maybe you know who he is.
No, still nothing, I'm afraid.
Comme ci, comme ça, la chapignon.
He says you all have something in common. Something that we don't appreciate.
I really don't know what this is.
Andre le corps,
What did he say?
He said you visited his restaurant.
Maison la Sage.
Maison de Sage. Yeah, no, we did go there once.
Yeah.
It's alright, yeah.
La été c'est mauvais. Mauvais. Escargot.
You gave my restaurant a 1-star review.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I'm afraid not, no.
C'est la vie, croissant, Jacques.
Baguette. Gerard Dippendour. Les au revoir, Fragois.
Very good, master.
Les Manu. Jack Chirac.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's not bad, yeah. That was really tasty. Yeah.
Hey, you like? You like?
Seasoned absolutely gorgeously.
Wow, I've never had anything like it before.
It's just so vibrant and flavourful.
Wow, my tongue is just singing praises.
There's a
of joy.
party in my mouth.
Whoa! Whoa!
Le jump, le jackal.
Oh, that smells delicious. Maison de Sage!
Well, on that note, it's probably time to wrap up this week's episode of Outta the Can. And thanks for having me, and thanks to Community TV for putting on such a great show and giving people an opportunity to share their stuff. And I just want to go out with a little ad I made a while back about just giving each other a fair go. It's a good message, so put this one in your pipe and smoke it, and see you next time.
Workers wanted Mountain Valley Cattle Station. Must have cattle experience. We can do that. Yes. Yeah. Start as soon as we get there.
At last we've got some employment.
Are you sure you know something about cattle?
Yeah. We're just looking for a fair go, mate. That's all.
Okay, let's go.
You know, sometimes all people need is an opportunity, a chance to prove themselves. A fair go.
What a team. There, what a team.
It's really up to us. Come on, Australia.